goes on, the beat goes on. Drums keep pounding a rhythm to the brain. La-da-da-da-dee, la-da-da-da-da.
It's Thursday night, and you know what's about to happen. That's right, folks. It's time for The Beat, a KGB production. The weekly musician showcase for Pensacola local music talent and beyond. Hosting players of all genres everywhere along the Emerald Coast. All live and unedited, because we like it raw and in your face. This week's special guest, Margo Alger, and she's going to be on here in just a couple of minutes. I lost my background music, but it doesn't matter. And now it's time for your host, the beat man, Rich Navarre. Hey. I had a great intro all planned, and then I hit the wrong button on my remote control, and it cut the music clean off. So that's one of the things you got to deal with when you're dealing with live shows. Anything can happen. Anybody that has watched the show for a while and they caught the Charlie and the Hammerheads episode, you know what I'm talking about. Right in the middle of that episode, boom, the power went completely out, and we had to make it a two-parter. And all the while, it was only a trip breaker, and it wasn't a storm. Right? That was Sonny and Cher. The beat goes on. It should have been better than that. Next week it'll go smoother. One of the many intros I'll be using in the coming weeks, all with some sort of beat theme. The word beat in the music or whatever. And we've got some obscure ones I bet you haven't heard yet that we're going to be using for our intro for the show. Okay, so I've had a few musicians approach me about doing a custom intro. With live recorded players. Jack Rimney, Greg Maloney, to name just a few. Both of those guys said they would write a song, and if I put down a drum beat, Greg said he'll put a bass line to it, and Jack will take it from there. So we'll see how that progresses and how that works out. I would love to be able to put something like that together, but until then, we'll use intro music. Well, been quite a week. My goodness, we've had some weather, haven't we? My. It's been nasty. I haven't been able to get out there and cut the grass or anything, and I've got them, the grass seed thing coming up all over the place. Ugh. So I'm sure I'm going to have to be on top of that tomorrow sometime. It's been a mess. But that's Florida. You know what can you say? Now, the fun part. Tonight's guest is quite an enterprising young woman. She is an author. As a matter of fact, I have a copy of her book right here. This is Sincerely, a poetry collection by Sydney Margo Alger. And she goes by Hiya Margo. That's her moniker online, and that she uses for many of the shows that she produces. She is on the show today, talk a little bit about her life experiences and what it's like to be a digital renaissance woman, in her words. I think that's fantastic. Margo Alger, also known as Hiya Margo, will also entertain us with a few of her original tunes that she's written herself. And she sings and plays guitar. She's got a beautiful voice. And I'm very much looking forward to that, in the entertainment portion. So I'm sure it's going to be a great show, so tell your friends, call them up right now, tell them the beat's on right now before Margo comes on so you don't miss it. I don't care if they miss me. Who am I? I don't care. But anyway, okay, in the news this week. Your beat man has connected with an Alabama-based blues variety band. I had the pleasure of seeing them out at Johnny B's front porch for the James Proctor benefit show just recently. I recorded some clips from that. Blown away. Lipstick and Legend is a 5-piece blues band, variety band, rock concern, mostly blues. And it features the big cheese himself, Lars Espenson. That's right, Lars is playing sax with Lipstick and Legends. And they've asked me to help get them over a few humps. So for the time being, the Beat Man's going to be their drummer. And we're going to be playing a couple of shows between now and the end of August, or maybe a little bit further than that. We'll see what happens. But there's a show already booked for DNR Lounge. I believe it's on the 28th of August, and we're prepping for that right now. But let me tell you something. It's going to be pretty wild, folks. You're not going to believe some of the music that we're attacking. So the band also features Chris Osborne, Wild Bill Burt Jr., and Mary Lou Lipstick. I'm not sure if it's Torbay or if it's Torbert. Mary Lou, I know you're watching. If I butchered your name, I'm sorry. I didn't ever have you pronounce it. Anyway, she'll be rounding out the mix along with yours very truly, Beatman Rich. So follow Lipstick and Legends on Facebook, would you please? I'll be talking more about this arrangement and how it's progressing up to our first show every week until it happens. So we'll give you the rundown, let you know how things are going out there. A huge shout out. I want to send a shout out to the Veer family. Now, who are the Veer family? Well, if you're a Pensacola musician and you've been around for the last 2, 3, 4 years, you have in one way or another experienced the Anonymous Duck. David Veer is his name, but everybody calls him the Anonymous Duck. I just call him Anonymous. I used to shout that out when I was over at Goat Lips, wherever he was playing. As a matter of fact, years and years and years ago, I was hosting a Tuesday night open jam at the Islander Beach Bar down on the beach, and he actually, I met him there. He came in and sat in and played some of his original stuff, and I'm telling you, the guy is... he's something else. He's just unique. But anyway, a situation took place out at Goat Lips, and Larry Cohen, the owner, gave me a ring, and he said, hey, we got Duck's guitar out here on display as an homage to him and the poster and stuff, and it's been there ever since his passing. But Larry's growing out there, and he needs to knock that wall out and make some room for some additional seating. So he asked me if I could contact the Veer family, especially Emra, David's daughter, who is in Michigan right now. I had a conversation with her today to get permission to be able to donate the Duck's guitar, his classic acoustic that he played everywhere he went, to Rocky Denny's new nonprofit organization, Keeping Music Alive. It's a great cause, and it provides musical instruments, training, and just all kinds of things for the burgeoning musician. So, you know, Larry, out of respect, wanted to make sure that he had permission to be able to do that and give it to Rocky for that purpose. And I told him, I said, hey, Larry, I can't think of a better compliment or tribute to give the Duck than donating his guitar to a worthy cause and letting somebody, you know, completely different play the thing. Who knows? His spirit still may be alive in the wood in that instrument, and who knows what can come out of it. We'll see. I wrote a tribute to the Anonymous Duck on singpensacola.com. You can go to singpensacola.com and go to the Around the Pit pull-down menu at the top, and you'll see the tribute that I wrote for the Anonymous Duck. We had a great day that day. It was a lot of fun. A lot of musicians were there. So, bless you, Anonymous. And for you, sir, the Beatman says, quack, quack. Only a few chosen people know exactly what that means. All right, we're making good time here, and it's time to get into upcoming shows. I got a little announcement to make on upcoming shows, everybody, so listen up, please. I want to make this perfectly clear, okay? It takes a while to put this together, you know, hours actually, so please, when you send me your shows, send me the detail. I want to know the day, the time, and the venue that you're playing. I simply just don't have time to chase links to find out where you're playing. You know, you can post flyers as long as all the details in the flyer. You know, those three main things is the venue, the day, and the time, so I can adequately and properly announce your shows on my show. So make sure that detail is present and easy to read, and limit your shows to the weekend and maybe up to the next Monday, possibly Tuesday if it's a big event. There's no reason for me to announce anything more than the next several days because I got a weekly show. So you're not going to hear me mentioning your shows if you sent me something in your show at the end of July. End of July, send it back to me. I'll mention you. All right, there we go. Blue Lappy Band. You know the Blue Lappy Band. They're fantastic. They are playing AJ's on the Bayou tomorrow at 5 p.m. and Sunday at Beauchamp's Oyster House at 6 p.m. Glennon and Therese Duo. That's a husband and wife pair. If you've never seen Civilized Natives, Glenn and Teresa were out at James Proctor's benefit. Thank you. And they really did some really good numbers. I love hearing those two sing together. They pulled out a version of Paradise by the Dashboard Lights that if you've not seen it, you're missing something. So shout out to the both of y'all. They're playing the duo at DNR Lounge tomorrow at 9 p.m. Also, Glennon and friends will be at Calvert's in the Heights Sunday at 4 p.m. Rocky Denny and the Brotherhood hits Five Sisters Blues Cafe tomorrow 6 p.m. Dean Doc Master Anthony plays Redfish Bluefish on the beach tonight. He's playing right now. He started at 6 p.m. Also at the Hilton Resort tomorrow at 1 p.m. So you get a chance to go see Dean Doc. Go out and see his show. One of my favorite recently formed bands playing out at Hub Stacy's downtown Saturday, Gene LeBay and the Reverberators. How you doing, Gene? You and the boys all right? If we get a chance, we'll come down and peek in the door and see if we can see you for a little while. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's at Hub Stacy's downtown Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Hippie Jim plays tonight at Tacky Jack's. Hippie Jim, Tacky Jack's. Hippie Jim and Tacky Jack. Man, that can almost be a British song, you know? Anyway, that's in Orange Beach, 6 p.m. tomorrow, and at Bar 515 in Pace at 7 p.m. Saturday at the Salty Pearl in Perdido Key at 5 p.m. TBA Band, they've been around for a while too, plays Woodsy's Hilltop Bar Friday and Saturday, both shows at 9 o'clock p.m. South Crow Road Band hits the Break Beach Bar Friday, 9 p.m. I'm not sure if they played the Break. Yeah, I think they have played the Break before. That's a very intimate venue, folks. You get a chance to see a band down there, you're almost standing right on top of the stage. So it's real close. My good friend Jim Richardson, Cat Daddy Blues Band plays Monday, 7:30 p.m. at the Blues Society for Northwest Florida, of which I am a member and proud to be so. You want to see some quality blues music and entertainment, come out on a Monday night down to Seville Quarter and you will see it. And it's always a great show down there. Amy Blizzard. Hey, Amy, how you doing? She plays Saturday at Blackwater Bistro in Milton with the house band, and her show starts at 6 p.m. I got to get out there and see you, Amy. Sometime. I don't know if I can get all the way out there, but you keep me informed of when you're playing so I can come out and cover you. The Collective. Boy, since Andy got back in the saddle, they have just been going bonkers crazy. They hit Cobalt Restaurant tomorrow at 5 p.m. That's out in Alabama. Then at the Red Haven Live right down the street the same day at 10 p.m. How they do it, I don't know. This is not the first time they've done this. They've had to run from one place to another, and unfortunately for them, not all of them have been so close together. And then they play again at the Angry Crab Shack. I believe that's out in Orange Beach, Sunday at 6 p.m. Quite a weekend for the Collective. Go get them. Shout out to Joycey. Happy birthday. Jack Brimley's Joker's Wild is going to be at Goat Lips Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Also catch the open mic at Goat Lips. Jack hosts an open mic on Mondays. He does a solo set for the first hour, starting at 6, and he opens it up for players if they want to come in and sit in with him. Peter McCartney Band plays Paddy O'Leary's Irish Pub Saturday, 8 p.m., and the Full Monty hits at Paddy's Sunday at 2 in the afternoon. So the Cat Daddy Duo, that's just two. Perform at Five Sisters Blues Cafe. In fact, they're working right now, so they're not watching this show. Bummer. But they are working right now. So if you're anywhere near Five Sisters and want to see some cool entertainment, go see the Cat Daddy Doodle. You won't be disappointed. The Shadowcasters. What's going on, gentlemen? Shout out to David. And I don't remember how many they got Davids in the band. There's at least 3 of them right now. And Jay, my favorite bottom man. He's a bass player personified, and I love playing with the guy. They're hitting the American Legion Post 199 in Fairhope, Alabama at 5 p.m. Paradise Vale plays the Pallet Bar and Grill in Port Walton Beach tomorrow, 7 p.m. Donnie Morgan is going to be at Nick's Seafood Restaurant in Basin Bayou. His show starts at 5. The New Cahoots plays the Paradise today. They're working right now at the Paradise. They start at 5:30. Also, they're going to be playing at Callaghan's Saturday at 7 p.m. Wiley Pete. That's a cool name. Almost sounds like a Disney cartoon. You know, Wiley Pete. You know? I haven't heard him play yet, but I wanna. Anyway, the Wiley Pete duo plays Felix's Fish Camp Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastside Rock is going to be at the Sand Shaker Friday and Saturday both. Their shows both start at 9 p.m. at the Sand Shaker. The J. Michael Experience at the Well Friday, 7 p.m. And lastly, Vinyl Revival, one of my favorite bands. Jim, Lee, everybody, how y'all doing out there? They're going to be playing Bands on the Beach Tuesday, and you can darn sure count on the Beat Man being there to cover that show. You'll see me all over the place, in front of the stage, on top of the stage, around the stage. It's going to be fun, so you don't want to miss that show. I'll be doing some interviews that day, too. D-Lady and I will be out there set up like we did one time, doing some interviews before the show. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 of the band members to sit with me and get a few words before they hit the stage and entertain the crowd at Bands on the Beach. Don't miss it, folks. You don't want to miss it. And if you come out, say hi. I keep telling people that, and then I get posts later. Oh, you were out at Bands on the Beach. Sorry, I missed you. Well, find me. I mean, I'm usually all over the place. You can find me somewhere out there. Just look towards the stage anywhere, and you'll see me somewhere. Say hi, you know. Love to see you. Shake your hand, hug your neck. I don't care. But anyway, folks, that's it for upcoming shows. And now we're getting into the best part of this entire show. This is where I bring out my guest. And I'm just so excited about tonight's guest. Margo Alger is here. She goes by Hiya Margo on social media. And she's here in the KTV studio tonight. Margo has traveled all over the world in her history series, 100 Years Later. If you've not seen that, that's on YouTube right now. I believe you can see that on Instagram as well. Episodes are there. Plus, she's a busy lady, I'm going to tell you right now. She has another show called The ABCs of Pensacola. And that's where she illustrates interesting places all over Pensacola for you to investigate. She's an author, songwriter, and musician, and it's my pure pleasure to welcome Margo Alger. Come on in, Margo. Hiya, Margo.
You beat me to it.
Oh, get yourself comfortable. You know,
Of course.
we're not much on protocol here. You can get real comfortable. So how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been a good week. I'm on a live show. This is fantastic.
It is live, and you can tell that from my intro. But yeah, I'm really happy to have you on the show today. You have so much. There's no way we're going to cover even a tenth of what I would like to cover concerning your experience and your life as a musician and a writer and so forth. But we're going to darn sure try. And then when we're done with that, then she's going to entertain us with a few of her tunes. And I'm sure that's going to be fantastic. But listen, tell us about how you came to Pensacola, first of all, and your experience so far. Let us know what that's about.
Of course. So, funny enough, I'm from here. I was born here, but we moved when I was really little. My dad is a Yankee, and my mother's a Southerner.
Yay,
So,
Yankee!
you know, so we as a family moved up to be with his side of the family for most of my childhood. So I
Okay.
grew up kind of on the border between Illinois and Wisconsin.
Okay.
And then, how many years now? Like 8 years. My family, we'd always wanted to move back to Pensacola. So when I was halfway through high school, my family finally figured out how to make the move happen, and we came back here. I went to Gulf Breeze High School for 2 years. COVID happened, so you know that
COVID.
hits your senior year pretty hard.
Oh, wow, man.
But then I went to the University of West Florida, and that's when I first started to really learn about Pensacola. I had sparse memories of places and things and just little snippets, but I mean, we moved when I was 5, so
Sure.
you know, you don't keep all that in your brain.
And what were you studying there in college?
Marketing and graphic design are my specialties.
She's already taught me a few things, and I'm anxious to learn more. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you saw the last promo that I did for the show, but if you see the picture of her holding her guitar there, and it says that she's going to be on the beat, that logo, she made that logo. And let me give you an interesting fact about that logo. If you study that logo, and you see a sine wave in the middle of it, tell them what that is, Margo.
I took my phone and I just picked it up and I said in it, "The Beat," and then I took a screenshot of the sound wave, because in my little recorder app it shows the waves, and then I ported it over into Photoshop, played with it to get it as its own shape, and then layered it on top so that it would be the beat, literally within the word beat.
Man, I'll tell you what. I mean, she is extremely creative, and she's got tools available to her that she's going to teach me about a little bit, and hopefully I'll be able to do a piece of what she's doing now. But look for that logo. It's going to be on printed material in the future, and maybe have some alterations in it. We haven't completely decided on color scheme yet or anything, but I like the concept, and I like what she's done so far. I think it's fantastic. You did a great job, girl.
Thank you.
So, do tell us about how you became a digital Renaissance woman. What a statement. My goodness.
So that term came from the silliest place. So I was trying to describe everything that I do. I have done website design, I've done social media, I have this graphic design background, I have all of this marketing knowledge, SEO, a little bit of paid ads. Like I'm all over the place. So I was like, what is a term I can use to just describe myself to people? And I was like, well, I'm kind of a Renaissance woman in that way. You think of Leonardo da Vinci, of, you know, he's a
Sure.
sculptor, he's a painter, he does all these fantastic things. It's kind of an aspect of that, but digital. Because if it's digital, I've likely at least tried it. I animate,
Wow.
I do all different kinds of things, and it's just something I've been passionate about since I was little.
Man, and she does a darn good job at it too, folks. If you see any of her content at all. The first thing I saw was the ABCs of Pensacola.
Yeah, you told me it was the Handlebar episode, I believe.
That's
It's the one that
exactly
came across
right.
your feed.
Yeah, that's right, and that's one of the things that caught my eye, you know. And yeah, she's got some really cool graphics and stuff, man. You got to see it. You got to go check it out and look it up. But what motivated you to become a musician, and who influenced you? And you've been playing since what age?
Oh, the first instrument I picked up was drums. I picked that up in 2nd grade.
I think we might have mentioned that in our phone conversation, but that just caught me by surprise. I mean, you know, you hear the word drums and you're a drummer, so.
Oh, yeah.
Really? How long did you play drums?
I played drums from 2nd grade through 8th grade. So, my dad, he is this
goodness.
wealth of music knowledge. He's the kind of guy that you could put any song in front of him, and he could tell you what album it's on, the band, who was in the band at the time, what year the album came out, and he could tell you everything. He could even probably tell you some of the band drama. Like, he knows
Oh, my.
everything. And so when you grow up with that wealth of music behind you, I mean, I grew up with everything from Herbie Hancock to Sheryl Crow. So
That's a widespread, folks.
yeah. Oh, we listened to a little bit of everything. I think the only thing we didn't listen to was screamo. That's like the only genre I could think of. That
There's
and
a
maybe
genre called
opera.
screamo. Okay, there's a new one on the Beat Man, everybody. There's a genre called screamo.
It's a heavy metal where they just like scream into the mic the
wow.
entire time, like that. And,
What I hear in most heavy metal. I mean, you know,
Fair.
I'm not slamming heavy metal for crying out loud. And you metal players out there, if any of you ever get a chance to watch this show, you need to reach out to me so I can have you on my show. Especially if you got a trio, I want you here. And you can make the walls vibrate as far as I'm concerned. You know, I want your genre represented and I want your band promoted. So think about that.
Good to know.
Oh, absolutely. Now we get to go. This is really cool. I want you to tell us about your book.
Yes.
Please.
So,
What a story, folks. Get ready for this.
oh, yes. So, 100 years ago. Yes, I have to go back that far for this to make sense. So, my great-grandfather, his name is Levi, and my mom is the keeper of the family history. She has all of the letters, all the photos, all the everything that we have for both sides of our family, which is a lot. So, I'm like maybe 7, 8 years old, roughly. And we're up at a family house on my dad's side that my great-grandfather built that house.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he was an architect. And my mom found in the basement these bundles of paper tied together with string. So she goes to my Aunt Annie, the family member living there, and she goes, what are these? Like, what is this in the basement? She goes, oh, that's Daddy's letters. And my mom's like, can I read them? And he had passed away a long time ago, so Aunt Annie's like, yeah, why not? And my mom found this incredible story within them, because he is flirting.
Oh, my goodness.
Keep in mind, he is a Northern Catholic,
Oh,
and he
boy.
is flirting with a Southern Protestant woman.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. So
Pardon the
there's some problems there.
Wow.
But they hit it off. They met at a blind date in Washington, D.C.
Oh, my.
And cut to he's leaving town.
Okay.
And they decide we're going to keep in contact through letters and we'll see what happens, you know. They're not expecting anything. He's definitely pining. Like, he keeps trying to flirt with her. He's trying to get her interested. And she's like, no. But then when he gets too far away, she, like, yo-yos him back in. It's kind of hilarious. And while they're doing that, he is traveling through Europe and Northern Africa. And he is the Forrest Gump of 1925. It's ridiculous because he, like, has an audience with the Pope. He gets dinner with a Russian countess who just fled the Russian Revolution.
Wait,
This is my great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather now, okay.
He sees Mussolini in a parade. He's in London during the largest general strike in UK history.
Oh, my God.
He flies one of the first international flights in history. His buddy gets arrested in North Africa. It's wild. There's so many stories like that. So my mom spent years, I think literally as long as I have memories, sorting through the letters.
Oh,
and
my God.
a whole other story, I won't get too much into it of how, but
Okay.
we got her side of the letters too.
Oh.
So we have both sides. We have their conversations back and forth as this will they, won't they romance. As he's traveling through Europe experiencing all of these things. And my mom has compiled all of it. And she published her book, Letters of a Traveling Architect. Fitting name. So, cut 100 years later from that trip, right? That's 1925, we're in 2025. Well, I guess 2024. 99 years. I graduate from university. So does my middle sister with her doctorate. And so my family decides, hey, we have some family in France. Let's do a big family trip as a way to celebrate.
To France.
Well, to Italy, France,
okay.
and England.
I told you
Specifically
she's traveled all over the world.
So as we're traveling, we also went on separate trips, New York City and Washington, D.C. And during those trips, we go to recreate a bunch of his photos. So as we're traveling around, for example, this is one of his photos. I drew a version of it, and we also recreated this shot.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's in Italy. That is the river that runs through Florence.
Give us just pick a piece out of there anywhere and read a couple of sentences from one of the shorter pages.
Yeah.
I want people to get an idea what kind of content is in this book. And this book is available now where?
It is on Amazon.
And on Amazon.
It's $15.
Okay.
Only $15.
Makes a great gift.
It is.
Especially if
It's
you're
a fun
romantic.
story. Oh, and the whole concept is all of the poems in the book are in the style of letters as kind of an homage to what got us on this journey in the first place. Because as we were traveling, we went to recreate his photographs. So, do you want a funny one, or do you want like a serious one?
I want anyone. I don't care. You pick it. I just want you to pull something out of the book and read it to everybody.
Fair. I have to do this one. It's the one my mom loves the most. And to be fair, it's the one that this is the poem that has literally made people cry.
Oh.
So.
Okay, here you go, folks. Get ready. Got your tissue?
So here's kind of a visual of what we're looking at. It's a bunch of cobblestones in the road.
Okay.
And if you go to Rome, in the ground, on the cobblestones, you will occasionally find bronze cobblestones. Wow. And they kind of have this gold color to them. And there's names printed into them.
No way.
The reason why is because they are to mark the homes and places where people were taken for the Holocaust.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's the purpose of this. It's technically an art installation, but it's also like a historical monument. It's this interesting bridge between. And the purpose of them is to show that cruelty can happen anywhere. Oh, wow. That you are walking the streets of your hometown and boom, that is where somebody was taken to be murdered. Yep. You know, like that is a really heavy thing. That's a we don't want to forget this moment.
Exactly.
So as we passed, we came across these 4 cobblestones. You get what I mean. And the names on them were Ludwig Polak, Wolfgang Polak, Julia Sussman, and Susanna Polak. So this is a family.
All right.
And I wrote, Dear Julia Sussman and the Polak family. They say that all roads lead to Rome. But just as a road leads towards a place, it also leads away. Cobblestones turn into dirt roads, turn into train tracks, turn into prison camps, turn into war crimes, turn into assassinations, turn into golden cobblestones, turn into your legacy. Murderers led you away. But just as all roads lead away from a place, they say all roads lead to home.
Wow. Well, that's powerful.
Thank you.
And there's a whole book of that.
I promise there's some funny ones. There's a funny one in here that's like, Dear Neurotypicals, I do not have ducks to straighten into rows. What I have are squirrels, and where they are, who knows. So there's a couple, like, funny jokes thrown in there. I promise it's not all heavy.
That's awesome. No, I thought that was beautiful. Didn't
you
you guys? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hey, if you're watching right now, if you want to make a comment, go right ahead. D-Lady will give me the flag and let me know that you made a comment. You have a question at all for Margo, then please speak up. You know, get them fingers moving.
I'll take any and all questions.
There you
I have an
go.
open book.
Okay, I'm going to shift gears a little bit.
Of
Now,
course.
you published, or have you published? Yeah, I think you published some original music so far, yes? Or you're
Working
on the verge?
I'm currently in the process of recording, or at least figuring out what that's going to look like. So the plan is I have been writing music since I was 10 years old.
Wow.
It's been a passion of mine. It's more than just a passion or a goal or a thing I want to accomplish. It is what I live for.
Oh, wow.
The day I stop making music is the day that I die. Like, this is like a purpose for me. And
I feel you there, sister. Man.
you get it. It's like it's more than just, it's like breathing air. It's a need.
Exactly right.
And so I've been writing songs for a very long time. And I've put together, at this point, like 4 or 5 albums worth of music.
Wow, that much, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a comment?
Oh, we got a comment.
Lisa wants to know where the book is available.
Oh, got it. You can find Sincerely by Sydney Margo Alger on Amazon. You can also find it on my website. That's going to be hiyamargo.com. Just click the writing page and it'll guide you through everything else you need.
You won't ever forget that. Hiya, Margo.
Hiya, Margo.
Man, that's been rolling around in my brain for days now.
It's catchy.
Oh, it sure is. We got another one, yeah.
Doc Love says he's watching from work, wants you to know he's watching and he loves you.
Oh.
That's my best friend.
Is
He's
that right?
awesome. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Doc. That's great. Thank you for your
Yeah, they're
contribution.
great.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a new one on the beat.
Now get back to work.
No, watch the show. Oh my goodness! Well, we were talking about your music. Do you have a process to writing when you sit down to write a song, or is it just come at you in a wave, or what would you describe the procedure, process, or whatever you go through to write a song?
Yeah, of course. So usually I'll get inspired by something and I'll write a line or two down. I'll just type it in my phone. I have a notes file that's called Senseless Drivel.
Okay.
And that's where I'll just, throw my ideas, type them down, and then kind of put them in the box for later, and maybe I'll grab something out. And then sometimes when I'm playing with my guitar, I come up with a riff, and I'm like, ooh, this should be in a song. But usually when I'm like sitting down and I'm like, I am writing a song, I am my mother's daughter because my mom was a science teacher for years, and I approach songwriting like it is a science paper.
Is that right?
So if you're not, so the way a science paper is kind of established is you have your hypothesis,
Okay.
right? That's your, I think this is going to happen because this, and then you're basically trying to prove or disprove your hypothesis.
Okay.
You have your intro paragraph, you have you have your hypothesis at the end of your intro, you have all the research stuff you did, and then it ends with your conclusion paragraph summarizing everything.
All right. Okay.
So
Man, that's pretty complicated and technical.
I am a science teacher's daughter. It definitely shows.
Man.
So when I approach a song, I treat the refrain like the hypothesis.
Okay.
Whatever the point I'm trying to make with my songs, that is what the refrain should be about, because that's the part that's going to be repeated. That's going to be the part that's really like stable, and I want to hook you and have that be the part that gets stuck as a
Stuck
brain
in your
word.
brain, yeah.
So whatever the core idea of the piece is, I put it in the refrain. And then my first verse, which usually comes before a refrain, is kind of like the intro paragraph. It introduces the idea, it builds up to the concept. And then every subsequent verse answers a question that would naturally come up. So, for example, a song I'm going to be playing later tonight is called Jello People. And the concept of Jello People is best explained by the refrain. In a world full of puzzles, I am Jello.
Okay.
I fit in every scene, but it still feels incomplete. Because sure, I fit the mold because I am mellow, but I don't click in place. I just fill up the space inside. So that's the premise. That's your hypothesis. That is the core of what the song is about.
I got to tell you, folks, I've had a lot of people on the show so far. Now, I've asked that question to a few seniors, and they've been around for years and years. And I have never, ever gotten an explanation of the songwriting process like we just got just now. Did we got something going on, D-Lady? What's that? Another comment?
Terry wants to know the name of the book again.
Of course, it is Sincerely, like you would sign off a letter. So.
Available on Amazon and on her website. So,
Yes.
Fantastic.
But then, so then the first verse leads into the idea. I bounce from acquaintance to acquaintance, and I mean, you'll hear the song later, so, not going to elaborate too much. But then the bridge, if you have a bridge in a song, it almost acts like your conclusion paragraph. You're not introducing any new information in the bridge. You are just restating the point in a new way, in a slightly different way that it sounds, so that the core idea is really, really sticking, whatever your hypothesis has come to. If you've proved it, if you've disproved it. So I just kind of view songs like it's a science fair paper, which is a little silly, but I mean, it works for me, so that's what matters.
No, I mean, not only do I not think that's silly, I think that is a very pinpointed and what do I say, direct way to approach scientific, like you said. Analytical. Thank you. And I'm really at a loss for words, but she pulled it right out of my brain.
It's all good. I'm a living dictionary.
So, we'd all like to know what you see for your future. What are some of your future goals and aspirations? What do you want to do?
My biggest goal right now is recording my first music album, which is called Perspectives. And the idea is every pair of songs is the same concept, flipped. So, for example, the first pairing... So the first... so it's like the same idea from different perspectives. So the first pairing is Heartstring Symphony, Lady Inspiration. And the idea behind it is Heartstring Symphony is about feeling inspired by your instrument. Like when you find your right instrument and it feels like you have a writing partner and it just like all of it's flowing. We are a heartstring symphony. And then you have the other side, Lady Inspiration, where you are literally begging the muses for an idea because you have no clue what to write and you just want something. So they're both the same idea of talking about inspiration and what inspires you as a musician, and it is overflowing with it versus lacking it. So all of the pairs of songs are the same idea flipped. So one of them is a relationship you want and don't have,
Right.
a relationship you have and don't want. So all of the pairs are the same idea, but from the other perspective.
How about that? You're the first person I've ever heard, first musician I've ever heard refer to the writing, to that process and your instrument as a writing partner. That is cool. Your instrument being a writing partner. That that hits me in a special way. It really, really does. And it probably does for a lot of you other songwriters out there, especially some of you who've been on the show. I think Renee Amelia uses something similar in her writing process when it's Bangarang Peter. But I got to tell you, you couldn't get to a more concise and better laid out formula for writing a song than this. You're fantastic. All right, we're getting close to the time where we're getting ready to hear your music. I'm going to got one more question.
Of course.
Any words of encouragement? Well, not a question so much, but any words of encouragement for new musicians trying to make it, coming up? What would you say to them?
Make bad art. Because if you get so focused on trying to make something that's good, that's perfect, that's beautiful, that's this thought-provoking piece, the words are wonderful, the guitar is fantastic, everything is so good, you are going to get lost in the fact of, you're going to be so focused on making it great, you're going to forget to make it good.
Ooh.
So make the bad art. It doesn't matter if it's ugly. It doesn't matter if it's your first song or your 10th or your 100th. I've written easily over 1,000 songs at this point.
Wow.
But I only have like 30 that I would consider maybe more than that. Maybe like less than 50 for sure.
Okay.
That I would consider any good worth pursuing recording with. So you're gonna run into that. Everyone said the line of like the 10,000 hours of like, oh, your hobby, your thing, whatever you're putting your passion into. Once you get to 10,000 hours, like that's when things start taking off or whatever. That's a business term that I heard all through university.
I'll take your word for that.
I think that people get so afraid of, I know the first thing I'm gonna make is gonna be bad because it's the first thing you're making. You're learning. Give yourself the space to learn. Make bad art.
That makes sense. When she first made that statement, I'm going, oh, this is going to be interesting. Make bad art. Wow, Lord knows I made plenty of bad art in my day. Yes, ma'am.
James Hutto said, damn, she right.
Thank you.
That's the captain, everybody. James Hutto, what's going on, sir? I got to stop right here, right now, and let you know that the captain recently invited me to come back on the MCO Morning Show.
Ooh.
And that's every Friday at 9 a.m. He just covered the Blue Angels with the MCO Road Show. And it was a fantastic time. We enjoyed the content. Thank you so much, James. And let me know when you need me. I'll come a-running. I've been on his show before. When I first started with SeeingPensacola.com. What a wonderful time. He's a great guy. He'll make you laugh all through the show. Thank you very much, James. So now, Margo, we are going to get into the entertainment portion.
Ooh, I'm
So if you
excited.
will be so kind at this time, you
Of
go up
course.
and take your place, grab your guitar, and I'm going to make a few adjustments here.
Yeah.
All righty. So, ladies and gentlemen, Margo is going to give you some of her originals that she's wrote, and she has played, and she's trying to get recorded. So I'm really looking forward to this. And I checked out some of what she's done because it's on YouTube right now. Don't forget, she's on YouTube, Hiya Margo, Instagram, Hiya Margo. It's Hiya Margo. Just pick a platform. You'll find her.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. So you can find me just about anywhere.
All right. Okay, my dear, it's your turn, and you can do what you want to do.
Thank you so much. I'm going to start with one of the songs from that Perspectives album I mentioned. And I'm going to start with this one because I have a feeling no one is going to expect this kind of sound to come out of me. here for my end of the deal. Enjoy your last meal on this God-forsaken earth. I'm the devil, don't go cursing my name, 'cause I'll take you away to a land where you can learn. We met in the marshes by the old native ruins. I offered you gold for your soul to burn. Guess I'll cut down the tree with your name, burned right into it. You humans never learn. Tom Walker, you signed off all control, and now I own your soul. Don't go dealing with Tom Walker. What a pity, what a shame that now I own your name. Don't go dealing with I'm the devil. You're the devil, wife left a woman scorned to trade some silver, trade some gold, but instead I took her soul. You're the devil, wouldn't do the slave trade, but conning money, that's okay. And now you invoked my name. You came back to the marsh to find all of the remnants of what was once your wife. You came by, took my deal, now it's time for your penance. Say my name, I take your life. Tom Walker, you signed off all control, and now I own your soul. Don't go dealing with Tom Walker. What a pity, what a shame that now I own your name. Don't go dealing with I'm the devil. Raper as the coachman, what a man, only gold, not a soul, not a love in his marriage. You should have known, you should have known, should have known. You shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you can't say no, 'cause I'm the devil that took your soul. Oh no, you should have known. You shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you can't say no, 'cause I'm the devil that took Tom Walker. Signed off all control, and now I own your soul. Don't go dealing with Tom Walker. What a pity, what a shame. Now I own your name. Don't go dealing with Tom Walker. You shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you can't say no, 'cause I'm the devil that took your soul. Oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you can't say no. Oh, 'cause I'm the devil.
Oh, outstanding! Oh my goodness, my
I'm
goodness.
feeling good.
Oh yeah, and you're sounding good too. Is that guitar plugged in all the way? I'm not hearing it out of the monitor.
Oh.
Or you have the volume down, maybe?
I can unplug it and try plugging it back in,
No,
but
no,
is that
no,
going to make things pop?
We're hearing it. I just
Okay.
want to make sure I'm not mistaken. So, okay. So that wow. Yeah, you're right. I didn't expect a sound like that to come out of you.
Because people see cute little lace dress and the white cowboy boots and, cute little girl, and they're not going to think, song about being the devil.
Now, venue owners that are watching this right now, please pay attention to this because this is unique. Okay.
And I promise I'm family friendly.
There you go, family friendly. All right, what are you going to do for us now?
Next one is also from that same album. This is not its pair. These are just two that I like. So this is Jello People. This is the song I was mentioning before. So.
Jello People.
Yep. I bounce from acquaintance to acquaintance. I never have connections or the patience to form a bond that goes beyond some small talk and some how you doin's. Those that know me know that I'm always on the move, 'cause I'm looking to see if I can find my groove. And while I'm fine alone, well, I'd like some friends along the way. Is that a lot to ask for? In a world full of puzzles, I am jealous. Jello. I fit in every scene, but it still feels incomplete. Cause sure I fit the mold, cause I am mellow. But I don't click in place, I just fill up the space inside. But inside, I want my heart to open wide and slide in place with all my Jello people. And I think that you're my Jello people. I think I found my Jello mold in a world full of puzzling people. I've always embraced my definition. The words and terms I use as explanation. When I say hi, then wonder why I frighten off so many. I know I can be the sweetest dessert, but some people just aren't a fan of my flavor. So I'll jiggle on my Jello way and pass on the jigsaw puzzles. Which sucks because I really like those. In a world full of puzzles, I am Jello. I fit in every scene, but it still feels incomplete. Cause sure I fit the mold, cause I am mellow. But I don't click in place, I just fill up the space inside. But inside, I want my heart to open wide and slide in place with all my Jello people. And I think that you're my Jello people. I think I found my Jello mold in a world full of puzzling people. Part sugar, 1 part spice, a pinch of everything nice, and maybe add a dash of charming chaos. In a world full of puzzles, I am Jello. I fit in every scene, it still feels incomplete. Sure I fit the mold, cause I am mellow. But I don't click in place, I just fill up the space inside. But inside, I want my heart to open wide and slide in place with all my Jello people. And I think that you're my Jello people. I think I found my Jello mold in a world full of puzzling people.
Wow.
Thank you.
Talk about unique. What do you think about this woman's voice? Man, what comes out of that package doesn't sound like it should, does it? Wow, that's fantastic.
Hey, shout out to my vocal coach, Fox House of Music. I've been going there for 6 months, and my vocals have exponentially so much better. So
Say
if you're
that
watching,
again.
yeah,
Say that again.
if you're watching this and you need vocal lessons, Fox House of Music. I cannot recommend anybody better. He handles everyone from like children to adults, all over the spectrum, whatever you work with. My friends use him. I use him. He's fantastic. I cannot recommend Fox House of Music highly enough.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, it's paying off.
Oh, yes. No, absolutely. I'm glad I started going now before I started recording, because if I recorded my music album before vocal lessons, I would have regretted it.
Oh, that would be a bummer.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
All right, for the last one, you want to tell us a little bit about it before you play it?
Of course. So, this one has a funny story with it. Do we have enough time to tell a story, or are we cutting close on time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm on Instagram, right? Of course I am. I work in social media. And as I'm scrolling, this video comes across, and it's this girl. She's in the town that Johnny Cash grew up in.
Okay.
And they have a water tower, and painted on the water tower is a silhouette of Johnny Cash. You know, it makes sense.
Okay.
Well, a news article happened in that town where somebody decided to take a firearm and shoot the silhouette between the uprights so that the water tower looked...
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Can
So,
you imagine that?
so the girl...
That's a vivid image.
Oh, yeah. So the girl, inspired by that that story in the video wrote a song in the style of Johnny Cash.
Oh my.
As if, like, it was a really, I loved the video. It was hilarious. I forget the artist's name. I will find it later. But I was inspired by that. And I'm like, this is a Florida man story. Like, this, I'm surprised this did not happen in Florida.
Right.
So then, I had to sit down and write a Florida man song.
Oh my goodness.
So I've been told this sounds like Folsom Prison Blues. That is on purpose.
Okay then.
And this is not on the music album. This will likely be the first song I record because it's funny and it's upbeat and people like it and it's going to be a single. And it's a good test run, as I figure out how recording works.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Margo with Florida Man.
Yep. I was born in Pensacola, where the Gulf Coast water's green. And if you were to marine, somewhere in the land between Apalachicola and the Florida Keys. If you come to this land, beware the Florida man. In our pistol-shaped part of the country of the free, we're known for our degree of crazy. From the famous Floribama down to Miami. If you come to this land, beware the Florida man. He's been pooping on opossums and throwing alligators. He's been crashing into Walmarts with stolen excavators. He tried to shoot a puppy and the dog done shot him back. That's a snapshot of the mugshot of my neighbor, Florida man. Those are all based on real headlines, by the way.
I've seen some.
Why don't you believe me? Okay, honey, I see why. 'Cause who looks at the sky, hurricane flying by, and decides to grab their shotgun to shoot the storm cloud down? If you come to this land, beware the Florida man. So now come on, darling, you're starting to understand the kind of man that lands at these sands. They refuse to drink and drive, so they only swig at stop signs. If you come to this land, beware the Florida man. He's been pooping on opossums and throwing alligators. He's been crashing into Walmarts with stolen excavators. He tried to shoot a puppy and the dog done shot him back. That's a snapshot of the mugshot of my neighbor, Florida man. He's been pooping on opossums, throwing alligators, crashing into Walmarts with stolen excavators. He tried to shoot a puppy and the dog done shot him back. That's my neighbor, Florida man.
Florida Man, everybody. Oh my God, that was fun.
Oh yeah, it's goofy, it's fun. Yeah. I'm not usually a joke songwriter, but I like that one.
I
goodness,
love
singing that
novelty
song gives
songs
me a
like
southern
that.
accent.
Oh my goodness. Okay, everybody, we're getting down to the wire here. It's about time for me to end the show. And it's been one heck of a show today. I gotta tell you, one for the books. Keep your eyes out because I'm going to be taking snippets of her performances and I'll be posting them up on my social media for you to enjoy later as well. So many thanks to my dearest D lady for producing this show. Thank you very much, hon. You know I love you. Thank you to Amra Veer and her family. Valley, the Beer family, for donating to Duck's Guitar to keeping music alive. And thank you to Lipstick and Legends for allowing me to sit with them at a great rehearsal last night and joining them for a few shows or maybe more. We'll see. And thank you to tonight's guest, the very own Margo Alger. I would say hiya, Margo, but now it's bye, Margo. Never mind.
I'm going to steal that for a second.
Okay, you can have it all the way. So, hey, listen, be sure you catch Phil Thomas Cat and the Uncharted Zone Fridays at 6 p.m. That's a show you don't want to miss. He's going to be on my show. Yes, Phil Thomas Cat's coming on my show, gonna be here. I think in September when he's booked. Also, catch the MCO morning show, Fridays at 9 a.m. with your host, James, the Captain Hutto. Great guy. So, listen, go see a band this weekend. Support your live music scene, would ya? I will see you out at Bands on the Beach and with Vinyl Revival this Tuesday covering that show. So, until that time, this is your beat man, Rich Navarre, bidding you a fantastic week. Don't let anybody steal your joy. And remember, keep the beat.